You're listening to Midlife Side Quest, the Over the Hill Gaming Podcast. Here's your host, John Wall.
This week I went out and purchased a new washer and dryer with my wife because the ones that we inherited when we moved into this house some 18 years ago finally crapped out on us. It sucks having to spend that kind of money right before the holidays, but it's not the end of the world. And honestly, my wife was pretty excited about getting a new one. So we bought a new set, which is going to be delivered next week. And to me, they're pretty cool. They're pretty nice for washing machines. They're front loading like most of them are these days. They look cool. They've got some neat features and they have something which it seems every new appliance has to have these days: Wi-Fi. Yes, I can not only start and stop the washing machine using an app on my phone, but I can check the progress of the cycle and get notifications when the load is done. What the hell? The nerd half of me thinks that's cool. It's cool that I can control so many devices around my house without leaving the couch. But the old fart in me thinks, is it really that hard to just get up and check to see if the dryer is done yet? I mean, I can turn on the lights around the house just by asking the lamp to turn on. I can speak to the mailman who's trying to deliver a package while I'm at work. I can even feed my cats at the touch of a button when I'm hundreds of miles away and watch them eat with the camera that's built into their automatic feeder. I don't know where the line is between cool technological advancement and creepy perversion of science, but if I ever say, Alexa, wipe my butt, I know we've crossed it.
Shuffling Wipe My Butt and similar songs on Amazon Music.
Ah, Jesus Christ. Last week were the Game Awards, and like always, in addition to recognizing the best of the previous year, we got a sneak peek at some really cool games coming in 2023 and beyond. While most of what was shown were third-party offerings, Sony and Nintendo both had some games to excite their fan bases. Notably absent, though, was Xbox, who didn't show any of the many first-party games that are in development. And coming off of a year with very few first-party releases, that strikes me as a bit of a problem. This console generation has been billed as the redemption arc for Xbox. No matter what you personally thought about the Xbox One, the quantity and quality of games just wasn't there, and the sales reflected that. When Phil Spencer came on board, he began reinventing the culture of Xbox with cool new programs, a good new philosophy, and by acquiring a bunch of studios that would ensure that the well of new games would never run dry. And we knew that this was a strategy that was going to take a while. In football terms, the end of last generation were the rebuilding years for the team. But it's several years now, and we're still waiting for Xbox Game Studios to hit its stride. And I think that the patience of Xbox fans is starting to wear thin. This generation started slow for Xbox, with a few big games at the launch of the Series X and the S, but they skated by because people loved that new hardware, and Xbox Game Pass had established itself as a must-have subscription service. By the end of 2021, the games were finally starting to arrive. Forza Horizon 5, Halo Infinite, and Psychonauts 2 all launched to very satisfied gamers. But still, the racing genre isn't for everybody. Halo Infinite has failed to keep players engaged, and as great as Psychonauts 2 is, it's also available on PlayStation platforms, so it wasn't exactly justifying your new Xbox purchase. And then this year, while the well isn't bone dry, it's far from keeping gamers' thirst quenched. There have been games like Grounded and the amazing Pentiment, but again, these games are pretty niche. Where is the next big AAA blockbuster that will have people talking and will bring in Game Award nominations like the Sony library seems to consistently do year after year? Well, we know they're out there. Next year, we'll bring games like Forza Motorsport, Redfall, and the highly anticipated Starfield, which by all accounts should be a massive success. But that's only 3. And we don't even yet have firm release dates for any of those. They've announced so many games that are in development. We know about so much. The Elder Scrolls 6, Indiana Jones, Hellblade 2, Avowed, Outer Worlds 2, Fable, Everwild, Gears 6, Perfect Dark, State of Decay 3. Plus, there are a bunch of third-party exclusives that we know about that Xbox Game Studios is publishing. We know the games are coming, but that refrain of just wait, they're coming, it's getting tired, and it's past time for Xbox to show their hand. The Game Awards is a global showcase that would have been a fantastic opportunity to show the games that they have coming, not only to that loyal fan base, but also to the PlayStation and Nintendo and PC gamers who are going to be watching but maybe haven't been sold on Game Pass yet. That kind of reach goes beyond what you can do with an E3 presentation, and skipping that, in my mind, was a big mistake. You can't just show off your games once a year in LA and expect to sustain any level of excitement in your fans. And I don't understand how they don't know that. At the very least, they should present both a winter and a summer showcase. If the ball keeps getting kicked down the road, they might find themselves in a position where people are just done waiting and move on. Xbox is still my favorite place to play. That's where I'm playing my games, and Game Pass is the best thing happening in gaming right now. So I'll continue to support and play on my Xbox, but not everybody is as sold yet as I am, and we all want to see Xbox flourish and do well. The industry does better when everybody's doing good. So pull back the curtain, Phil. We know you've got something awesome back there, and we're ready to get excited about the future of Xbox. Finally this week, today, as I record this on Wednesday, we learned that the incredibly talented Stephen Twitch Boss passed away in what is being reported as a suicide. I watched So You Think You Can Dance for many years, and I remember seeing him perform and being amazed at his ability. He went on to be the DJ on The Ellen Show, and he was a husband and a father, and he was such a positive and entertaining personality wherever he appeared. Just because, though, that somebody seems happy and always has a smile on their face doesn't mean that they aren't keeping a terrible sadness inside. I obviously don't know what he was going through or the circumstances of his passing, but it should serve as a reminder to all of us to first of all be kind to one another, because you never know what somebody is going through, and to check in on those who we know struggle with depression, anxiety, and other mental illnesses. And if you're going through that and feeling those thoughts, know that there are people who love you, and there are people who are available to help. There's no reason you have to go through this alone. In the United States, the National Suicide and Crisis Hotline is 1-800-273-8255. Thank you for listening to Midlife SideQuest. You can catch new episodes every Thursday wherever you listen to podcasts. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review, and follow us on Twitter at MidlifeSQ. Until next week, stay positive and keep playing.